Hi, Frank Cho here. People have often asked me who my favorite comic book artists are, so I decided to make these short videos highlighting some of my favorite artists growing up. First up is John Buscema. How to Draw the Marvel Way was like a Bible to me. This is the book that set the foundation for me to become a comic book artist. So this has everything. It has all the tools you need and shows you step by step on how to become an artist. It tells you like perspective, composition, drawing anatomy, figure work, and also it actually has a great thing on storytelling. Where is it? So composition and storytelling, and it's actually just been a wonderful book to have. So basically, if you're really serious about becoming a comic book artist, this is the book to have. And I'm going to show you some of my favorite comics growing up by John Buscema. These are actual comic books that I grew up reading. So let me see. So first up is Savage Sword of Conan 101. So this is a Michael Golden cover, but interior was done by John Buscema and Rudy Nabries. So John Buscema penciled it, and Rudy Nabries inked it. I mean, just look at that wonderful, lush art. I mean, this is like one of the very first Conan comic book that I read by John Buscema that made me absolutely fall in love with him. I mean, I think John Buscema, inked by Rudy Nabries, is some of the greatest thing that I've seen in comics. I mean, this book to me, that team up, can't be touched. And again, here's another one, King Conan. I was a big King Conan fan. I was generally a big Conan fan. So King Conan is another. This is another one inked by John Buscema. Penciled by John Buscema and inked by Rudy Nabries. I mean, just look at that gorgeous brushwork. I mean, I absolutely adored this. Here's a cool scene where Conan fights the alligator, and all that. So yeah, King Conan number 17 was this is actual comic book that I read as a kid. And here's another one. This is the Mighty Thor Annual number 13. This is when Walt Simonson was doing his absolutely incredible run on the Thor. So the front cover is actually done by Walt Simonson. But this is another actual comic book that I read as a kid that made me absolutely fall in love with John Buscema. And this is also the book that has the famous Mephisto splash page. I mean, look at that. This is absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, so John Buscema is one of my favorite artists of all time, and he is one of the grand masters, the great master artist that just set me on this path. So John Buscema, one of my favorite artists of all time.